Okay, Kier, so we're through to the fourth round of the FA Vase, a first for us in our entire club history, I believe. We made it difficult for ourselves. We won on penalties after finishing 0-0 at full time. Nervous, but you must be absolutely thrilled to make club history.
Absolutely, yeah. All the hard work that the backroom staff put in for getting ready and preparations for game, that's the reward for them. The three directors that do absolutely everything to ensure the football club can be in the best position possible. They give so much time, so much effort, and then all the volunteers that come and help on match days at home and away. And then obviously I think this season more than any that I can remember, the support from older generations that have been watching for a long time, delighted to make them happy, and then obviously the new breed and the younger Corsham fans that have stuck by us all season as well. So really delighted just to give them something back, and I think the players will echo my thoughts on that. But yeah, nice little notch on the belt for me for club history for Corsham, into the fourth round. Not the best of games to probably watch, but that's sometimes the cup that we're in. It's a little bit of a cagey affair, not many clear-cut chances, and we had to settle for the penalty lottery, and thankfully we came through that today.
It was, as you've touched on, it was an incredibly slow game, especially in the first half. We cancelled each other out. Was the tactics going into this game to not go all out like we have done in previous games where we've had big results?
Not really. I mean, if you ever come to Wootton Bassett, you know the slope and the wind today was pretty fierce. So I think first half, I think that was the plan, to get through to half time, and because you have to soak up a lot of long balls, a lot of pressure, set plays and things like that when you're down defending the slope. So we got through 0-0 at half time, and the plan was then to inject a bit of enthusiasm into our attacking play and have a little bit more intensity to us, and I think we've done that. We just didn't have that final ball, that final end product. It just wouldn't fall to us from a set play. We had a couple of one-on-ones, a couple of half chances, but take nothing away from the boys, as they always do for me in the club. Gave absolutely everything, and to a man can't fault their work rate, and sometimes you need that little bit of luck that we had today on penalties. But I think maybe on the balance of play we've created more and had more chances, so probably a fair result overall.
Towards the tail end of the game, I can't remember what minute, but Royal Wootton Bassett had a man sent off. Do you think that had an effect on the game, certainly in those dying minutes when Wootton Bassett couldn't necessarily get the winning goal?
Yeah, I think whenever you go down to 10 minutes, it was really late on. I think it was like the 91st, 92nd minute that it happened, a melee in the box and something off the board. Didn't really see, I'll have to watch your footage back, but the referee looked pretty sure in his decision to send him off, and I think it probably just drowned the clock down for us, really. I think they obviously then didn't want to go and push for the winner, and they were happy to sit in and take the lottery of penalties because they were down to 10 men, and fair enough, I would probably have done the same. So it probably didn't help us, but over the balance of play, like I said, probably created more and deserved to go through just based on possession and chances alone. But the character of the boys, really confident, stepping up for penalties, come off the pitch, and the boys that want them are straight over to me. I'll have one, gaffer, and that's exactly what you want from your big players and the people that have got the confidence and the mentality to step up and take them.
We've spoken about this a couple times in the FA Vase, but do you feel like we're missing those players that are cup tied for us, that Nickel and Ollie Pitts, when we go up against strong teams like Royal Wootton Bassett? Do you think we're missing those players?
I think you're always going to miss those sort of players, whether they're suspended, injured or cup tied. They're two massive players for us. Nickel is our sole number 9, and Pitty's the creative one in the 10. So yeah, we did miss a little bit of that spark, but Baffy's been really important for us this year. Didn't quite get going today, but that was the same for all the front three. But obviously with Callum, the amount of goals that he's got this season, you don't ever want to take him off because you think he's going to pop up with one, and Dan Demkiff was going to be a penalty taker, so you didn't want to take him off either. Jenksy come on off the bench, been magnificent to centre half for us, but just where we're so short going into cup games, he'd have to come on and do a job for 20-30 minutes up top in exchange for Ryan, and that was the game plan from the start. We were always going to introduce him after an hour, and that was exactly what happened, and he was unlucky not to get one on a one-on-one and put the game to bed in normal time. But we have got the squad that we've got now, and we'll have to rely on on sheer work rate and guts and determination. It might not always be the pretty 5-0s against Westfields and the 6-1s against Lydneys and 3-0s against Fairford and 4-0s against Wantage. It's not always going to be like that. We've been really good in those games, really creative, but today we just missed that spark, and I think that was the same for both teams. But I'll put that down to a percentage of the conditions today, because it was really, really hard to play football in the wind and the slope here. So like, you can talk about performances and anything else, but it's just the mentality when it goes to penalties. And I think we struck better balls in the penalty shootout, and I think we just had that bit more character when it comes to that sudden death shootout.
We're not completely done with cup action at the moment. We're away to Salisbury. We all remember the 3-1 win at Melksham Town against Salisbury last year. Is it unheard of to think that we can maybe do it again?
I mean, it's a team that's 2 leagues higher. I think we caught on the hop last time at Melksham, and I don't think that will happen twice. Obviously, they've got a new management and a new squad, and they'll want to win that game, especially at home in front of a good crowd. But it's one that we can go in as massive underdogs on and get boys that have not played today, Nickel and Pitty, and we'll go as strong as we possibly can, make sure boys are wrapped up and ready for that, and boys that need minutes will have them. It's not a major priority, the County Cup, but you've seen what a great day out it was for us last year, so it's one that I will want to go as strong as possible in, as long as boys are fit and ready and healthy for that one.
And lastly, who was your man of the match for this evening?
Swanee by a country mile today. I thought he was absolutely superb, and one of the best penalties you're likely to see. Character, mentality, vice captain, led by example today. He was absolutely superb for me.